everyone, it's Delta Goodrem hanging with Mikey on the Random 30. I keep spinning wheels on my computer this morning. It's just like every time I'm clicking on something, it's just going zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm like, what is your problem? Are you tired? If I'm getting through this week, you're getting through this week.
How good is technology? What a pain in the bum sometimes, right?
I know. Well, thank God we have it, isn't it?
Yeah, so good. And so good we can do it via the video call now. I mean, out with the phone stuff nowadays. Just see you later.
I know. I've got to say, what we've been able to do, like via Zoom, being from home, I mean, we're so lucky, that we've got the technology.
Yeah, absolutely. So good. Good to have you back on the show. Thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks, Mikey. No problem. Thanks for having me.
There is so much I want to talk about, but we've only got a certain amount of time. Congrats, firstly, #1 album. Well done.
Thank you. I'm very, very, very thankful. Very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
I saw it was on Instagram. I think it was actually Sony's Instagram or Claire's Instagram, someone's Instagram. Were you jumping on a keyboard or a piano in Brisbane or the Goldies celebrating at a listener party or something? Was it a keyboard?
I was jumping all over all keyboards. I mean, that's the thing. If you come to one of my shows, you never know what's going to happen. It just depends I'm pretty sure that was a table, to tell you the truth. I'm pretty sure I jumped up on the table.
Yeah.
But yes, throughout the week, we had these incredible listening sessions where we went through the album from start to finish and spoke about what each song, how, why I produced it the way I did, where it came from as a storyteller. And then we would, of course, because when the up tempos come, you can't help but, want to have a dance party in the room as well. So, it was really, really special.
That is so good. The single, The Power, I love, love.
Thank you.
Is this power within yourself and you're sharing the power that you have?
Just do yourself a favor. You are your only savior. What would you do in face with no choice but to turn it on?
Yeah, it's talking about the start. It's funny because we were writing it down at in this just sort of going, yeah, got the power, or just jamming on, saying take the power back, we're coming from kind of going, and we're just having this thought of the power lives within you, and you are the one that's in charge of being able to create and change what's around you. And it was kind of the concept of when we come together, we've got the power. And I love that sort of my team, when we're like, we've got the power. Ooh, it's giving you a real pump up. So that's
I love
it. One of my faves.
Yeah. I want to ask you about another song on the album, if I can. Kill 'Em With Kindness. Who are we killing? Who are we dropping out?
I can't tell you that.
I won't share.
well. I think in general, it's a way I've always sort of looked at things. Well, it's my mama taught me young that, if you're not going to say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And she taught me that, when someone's having a bad day, you don't know what's going on. So you got to give them a smile and sort of kill them with kindness.
I love that. That is so true. That is so true. What was the lead?
I love the lyric that's the lyrics it says, I don't care if this song's too much. I've had enough. Let's put it behind us. Let's kill them with kindness.
How true is that? Isn't it good that our mums do teach us things like that, and then we take them on board, and then we just live with them for the rest of our lives? Just kill them with kindness.
Totally. Totally. My mum has there's numerous sayings that my mum, it's just imprinted on me. I think it's from the repetition of just what I had heard growing up. And both my parents instilled pretty strong, sort of strong compass, strong value system.
Did your parents teach you the one, fake it till you make it? Because that's a popular one.
No, they were so not like that. My parents were very about being truthful and real and cutting to it. They're very straightforward, and anything is possible, but you got to work for it.
Yes, you do have to work hard. And if you do work hard, it pays off, which a great segue into the next thing I wanted to say. Looking at the stats now with your 5th album, for our Random 30 family that are watching this and listening this, 5 #1 albums, 9 number one singles, 22 platinum singles, 17 top 10 singles, 8 top 10 albums, 23 platinum albums. My gosh, you know a thing or two about music, don't you?
You know what, my friend, I'm always learning. You know, I'm still young. I just started very, very young in this music industry. It's like I feel so inspired by the ever-changing times and just finding, you know, the evolution of staying, you know, of music. And like I'm always learning, but I feel I know a thing or two here and there, you know.
You did start early. Let me ask you this: if you started a bit later on in your life, do you think you would have the success that you've had if you did start midway through where you are now?
Well, I can't ever imagine not having my journey. Like I've sort of obviously that's what I know, but no, I felt very young, like before I ever had a record out. I was pretty like this is my heart and my soul. This is what I'm here to do. And I kind of I had a feeling very, very young that this is just what you know, I would muck around at school and have fun at school. And then I'd go to dancing and singing school and I'd be really quiet and just listening. Then I'd go to school and just have fun with all the kids and I'd be back learning going, you know, it was something I loved with all my heart. Music has the ability to say things that that we can't on a, you know, in sort of in conversation. It's like music just has that outside heartbeat that I respond to. I can be so tired, but you play a good song and I'm up.
Dancing on tables and pianos.
Exactly. That's what I love about it. I mean, you love it too. It's like you have to love music and be passionate about it. Like I love it, you know.
Same. And that's why I do this job, because you just want to drive in with the music and you just want to love it and you want to dance. And then you want to hear a song and cry because it's affected you in one way. And that is the power of music so much.
Yeah, it really is. And it's, you know, I love like playing the instrument and my piano. I love, like, I've always just my being loves music, the sound, you know.
When you were doing your singing and dancing lessons when you were in the school, why were you quiet? Were you just wanted to take everything in and just see what everyone else was kind of aiming at to see where you would go in?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's a great question. I feel that it was because I was quite focused. And it's funny because when people think I would be serious when I'm an extremely playful human being, but when it came to my job and music, I'd get really serious because I was like, this is like, you know, my heart speaking. It's a whole other, you know, writing these songs. Like this album was about owning my story. It was about, you know, kind of going back to basics. When I saw this picture of Patti Smith, I was like, I just wanted to feel back to the artistry. I know people have had me a part of different forums again. I need to bring people back to why they have me in their homes at all. And that's, you know, from telling stories and writing shared experiences. But I definitely, when I'd get so, you know, serious about the craft and about like learning and how can I improve. And at school, I obviously was like, I don't think this is going to help me. I'm not here. I'm not going to be speaking French that often. I was like, no, I just want to play. I want to entertain the class. But I do love my school. So, and I did have a great time, and my mates are still my mates from school. So, but at singing and dancing school, I was pretty focused.
So I take it we won't be having a song on French?
Well, actually, I do love languages. French was a bad one. I should have said maths. Sorry. I was terrible at maths.
Well, we're counting on that song.
That'll be a real winner.
Woohoo! Oh, wow.
1 + 1 is 2.
So isn't it a window now? 1 + 1 window? Did you get taught that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have little ways to remember it, like, was it 8 times 8 was the Beatles song. When I'm sleeping, or we used to have 7 times. I can't remember. I had all these little sayings to go with the because I remember them visually or, you know, metaphorically speaking.
I can see a song now coming out about maths.
Yeah, I know. No, I promise I won't do that to anybody. I promise. I'll stick to my life lessons. You know?
Yeah, and the power and kill them with kindness. Yeah, we'll stick to those.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, now the good news is on your tour, thank goodness it didn't get cancelled, but just postponed. But it is coming September, October. now that we've got a bit of a delay between when it was going to happen to when it is now going to happen, have we added some extra things maybe now that we've got the time, or it's just we're ready to rock and roll?
No, definitely have I started adding things. The problem I have, if I have longer to come up with, I'm a big dreamer. So what goes on in my head, I probably get about 15% of what I originally in my head. I'm like, oh, could we do this? Could we fly in for me? Could be like, okay, never mind.
But you want to fly in?
I'm putting these things out there.
Piano, Delta, flying in, all of it, the whole lot. That I can see that happening.
Flying in a piano is not probably as I don't know, well, you never know. But yes, I have come up with a lot of, I do come up with the show, and September is actually just around the corner. So
we're nearly halfway through the year already.
We're nearly there. And frankly, it's creeping up on me.
Yeah.
But having the new songs out, people getting to know them. It's all about the arc of the show and making sure you have the songs that are nostalgic for people and that they feel that they have had a long time with. And then just sneaking in those new songs to get used to as well.
That is so good. Well, the album is number 1 on the ARIA charts. How was the response been verbally to you from family, friends, fans? What have they said?
I've been quite I was quite emotional about it. I was quite emotional, happy tears, just lots of happy tears, and just really grateful that the continued journey of music with people taking me and the songs into their own lives, and working so hard on this record, and just every single tiny thing about it, and the learnings of producing it myself, and it's bringing the book to life and seeing that go number 1 as well. I was really, really, really overwhelmed and just kind of grateful. I was glad that the hard work came to life and that people are enjoying the record. My mum loves it, so that's always a good sign.
Yes, mum.
And my dad, trust me, when you mention them a couple times in the album, they get a bit like, oh, what do you mean? It's like the parents are getting old. And my mum's like, I don't know how I feel about those lyrics, Delta.
Tough mum. They're on the album. It's number 1. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she's okay with it now because of that. She's like, all right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's music, and that's what it's about. Delta Goodrem. Well, we're going to put up all the tour dates if you haven't got the tickets yet. The details online. The new album is number 1. Delta Goodrem, thanks so much for hanging.
Thanks, Mikey. Thanks so much for having me.